Okay, well, so far, I am really, really enjoying this. This is kind of like Tekkit. It's also giving me, though, that same feeling that I got when I first played with chickens in Stone Block 2. That's the sort of vibe I'm getting right now. I mean, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like the hatchery and the roost mod. It's that same sort of feeling of exhilaration and fun and adventure that I'm getting of like, oh, I've discovered this new thing. I've never done it before. I'm enjoying it a lot. I think that this would be a lot of fun to stream. And there is multiplayer, so it might be fun to maybe stream it with the patron supporters at some point. But yeah, I'm really digging this. Now, you can make these things a lot faster yourself, I'm realizing. You can make things like the iron plate if you just go over here, but I guess if you have other tasks to do, like I do, like I need to make 2 more reinforced iron plates so we can finish the current quest line. It's nice to have those other things running in the background and not have to worry about them. Alrighty, then upgrade the hub. Okay, not as big as a visual overhaul as before, but still pretty big. What did we get out of that?
You have unlocked new buildings and blueprints.
I have.
Which can be found in the build menu and craft
Foundations. We can build our own walls now. Conveyor belts might have already been there. I can't remember. Shift clicking is kind of obvious, now that I think about it. Wish I'd been doing it all along. All right, I'm going to go through, and it looks like for the next upgrade, we might be able to knock this one out real quick. All right, I've got a pretty substantial health bar, so I'm thinking about fighting this guy up here, so I don't have to be assaulted every time I come to check on my copper. There he is. Come here, you. Come here. Stop it. You're making me dizzy. Stop running in circles. This is... You know what? This is a fine tactic, and it's working, but I don't like it. Come at me. Come at me. Ha-ha! It doesn't really look like a bad guy. It just looks like he's trying to protect his home, his territory. I'm the invasive species here. I mean, I don't feel bad or anything. I had to kill him. Clearly, my needs are more important than his, as I am the superior life form, but still, I think that if I had more resources, I would have built those forges, or the smelters, whatever they're called, closer to the miners, so they could automatically process the materials as they gather them, and then maybe pipe them back up here using conveyor belts. I don't know, that would have taken probably a lot of power poles, and I don't know how far apart you can set those. Could I put a power pole... I mean, it's blue, so you would think... Put it anywhere over here, but how long can you make these cable runs? That's the real question. Is there a different type of power generator that you can build, perhaps? It doesn't look like we can build ourselves another power generator, because I was going to say maybe we could put one kind of over there, because all 3 of our miners are pretty close to each other. It might be easier to just build a single power generator. I wish I'd understood how this worked sooner. I would have built our base closer to the resources. Useful to route conveyor belts in a more controlled manner and over long distances. Oh. That does sound useful. Hey, wait a minute. I just had an idea. Where is that thing at? Hold on. What happened to that worm that produces power? Is that it right there? A strange slug radiating a weak, strange power. Could you use that as a power source? Probably not. But if you could... I mean, I'm just thinking I could set that up next to one of these things out there on the field. It doesn't look like you can place it down, though. It's probably not. Maybe you could put it into a generator. Oh gosh, that's dark. It could consume its body and use that for power. Let's not think about those sorts of things. Alright, so we need 100 iron plates. And then we need iron rods. I don't know if we're going to have enough iron, though. I think for the first time since we started this game, I'm about to have full health. Oh my gosh, how about that? Hey! Alright, we've got everything we need. We can actually do the next upgrade. And to think, I was thinking of calling it for the day and just saying, hey, alright, I'm done recording for now. I'm gonna go get myself something from Bahama Bucks, maybe do a bit of editing, let the dog in, just enjoy the afternoon. But no, instead I'm occupying myself with some video game. Oh.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have unlocked hub feature, additional biomass.
What? We got a miner Mark 1. Extracts solid resources from the resource node it is built on. The normal extraction rate is 60. So is this different than... This is different than the portable miner. This is the big deal. Oh! Oh, look at all this inside of here! I didn't notice any of this before. Cool, check this out. So we've got beds we can't sleep in. They look good, though. There's 2 of them, which is strange, because I'm very much alone here as far as I know. We got lockers, got a loo, don't have a shower. Guess we're supposed to shower outside. Is any of this useful? There's a moose. Got ourselves a moose. Our final hub upgrade here in Tier 0 is going to be a biomass burner, space elevator, object scanner, which I thought would maybe be used to analyze things, but apparently not. She mentioned something about analyzing. I know that she did. I don't know what. But the voiceover was like, oh yeah, you have the ability to analyze things now. But I don't see anything that would allow us to do that around here. Certainly no equipment that we can build that'll do that. Alright, so look, do I feel cheated? A little bit. Do I feel lied to? Slightly. Do I feel like maybe the game needs to do me a solid and just help me out here a little bit? Just tell me how to analyze things. I don't feel like I'm asking for much with this. But apparently I am. Alright, here we go. We're going to go try to build one of these miner things, though. These miner MK1s. Boy, I'm glad whatever that thing is hasn't tried to swoop down here and kill me yet, because I don't think I'd stand a chance. Okay, so we want to collect our miner, so we'll grab everything out of it and then pick it up. And then I think we can use the miner in the construction of the MK1, which will only go right there. It will not go anywhere else. I guess it knows what's up. It knows what it's doing. So this device here is incredibly impressive. Oh my gosh. No power. I guess it doesn't have its own built-in generator, so we're going to have to run power to it, presumably using cable. All right, so let's just feel this out, right? We got to run it this way. How far can we go with one of these? It says I'm missing cable. Do we need this? Or can we just run one single power cable? Okay, so first things first, we need to create a lot of these, and we probably need a bit of this. I don't know, we'll make a lot of it, we can. So we want to power these off of this other generator, so I'm going to put one of these down right here, and then we're going to go from there, possibly. Again, I'm still figuring all of this out. Alright, so now I see the wire is too long warning, folks. I see it now. I get it. This is as far as we can go before it starts to tell me that. So we'll put one down here, I guess, maybe right there. And then plop one down there. This is pretty cool. Thing is, I realize a lot of you folks have already played this, and a lot of what I'm doing here it's not all that impressive. But to me it is. To me this is all super cool. So if we're going to conveyor belt out of there and into a smelter, we're going to need to have one of these stationed right outside. Right? Because we'll have to power it somehow. Well, we can't afford it. What am I running low on? Okay, so I'm going to put one there. And now I'm running low on resources. Alright, I know that this might not make sense what I'm doing just yet, but trust me it will. So the plan is we're going to go to that third one there. And then from that third one, we'll split off, because it's kind of more or less centrally located. That's where we've got our limestone miner. Oh, right there. Concrete miner, I guess. And then up there, we've got the copper miner. So we'll run a cable to a pole. Like, each one's going to get its own pole, and then that way the pole can split off not only to the miners, but then also to the smelteries, because we are going to build a smelter. But first, let's get this thing online. Boom. How about that? Okay, we're doing good now. Where's the exit on that? I'm assuming we can pipe out of it. I haven't really checked. Do we go to logistics, conveyor pole, conveyor belt? Can we hook it up to here? Oh, it's out the back. Can you rotate them sideways? That's the question. What if I needed to go the other way? Because I can't... It didn't really give me the options to rotate this thing when we built it. There's got to be a way to turn them sideways. A conveyor belt that only goes in one direction doesn't make any sense. Also, we need more... You know what? Let's focus on getting the power network set up first. Alright, so this one, we can rotate them. That's... Would have been good to realize sooner. I guess I can go break that other one and rotate it, but I'd much prefer not to. But we can put that up like that, and then we can get our smeltery, and I think probably snap to grid. how to snap to grid. I mean, we don't have the resources for it, but at some point, yes, do exactly that. All right, that one's powered up. I really, really hope we don't overload the system anytime soon. That would be inconvenient. And we've got our final one that we can put up here. No, what am I out of? Iron rods! Well, I need to go back to base anyway and make some iron plates. That's a shame. Be cool if we could slide along these things, right? Like, throw some sort of our tool maybe over the top of it and just glide down. That'd be neat. Well, dangerous because it's metal, but neat. Need to be more proactive about grabbing leaves because we're going to need to power all of this stuff now. I do like the way these things look on the horizon. They just look huge and monolithic. I don't even know how to describe what just happened. I got up to the top of this thing, I was looking around, and I just had this sense of awe and wonder. I think it's because it coincided with the music. The music did a bit of a different thing. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm in a different world. They've nailed the atmosphere of this with the music. I like this. It's been a while since I've started a game and enjoyed it this much from the offset. Alright, copper though. Time to get serious. Let's get ourselves one of these bad boys. I'm all out of iron rods again. Okay, I need to know if you can build a conveyor belt that goes sideways. You can rotate the hologram. It looks like it's turning. Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. It looks like it's going to be okay going into the mountain there slightly, so maybe we'll be fine. I'm starting to notice that some of these things can stack higher than 100. For instance, biomass. I just wonder who sets the rules on these things. And maybe, you know what, I've got enough iron rods. What goes into a storage? Because I saw here you can make a storage container. Contains 24 slots for storing large amounts of items. Has input and output for conveyor belts. That might be good to pump items into when we're done with them. I don't know how I want to do this. Let's see how much power we're consuming first off. So this thing has a capacity of 20 and is consuming none. Probably because all the machines are full. I was going to say maybe we should use the conveyor belts here. The conveyor poles. How do you make them taller? You can rotate them. Snap them to grid. You can also apparently make them any size you want. Maybe just start there and yeah, there you go. If we wanted to do that, we could, and we could use that as a way of piping the items back to the base to process them. But do we want to... Well, why not go ahead and process them here and then pipe the processed items back to base? That seems like it makes more sense to me. Then again, what on earth do I know? Absolutely nothing. I'm making this all up as I play. Alright, so there's that. Now we just need to conveyor belt from the back of here into here. Okay, there we go. It's working. It's working. It's passing right through the mountain and into here. Now we need to get this thing powered up. And that is why I built a power pole nearby. For that exact reason. So now we just configure this thing to make iron ingots. And there we go. Now we need to get it back to the base, or into just a storage container. Can you link multiples of these together? I don't know. Possibly. Like, can you have multiple conveyor belts all converge into one location? That could be useful. Alright, so with 2 machines going, we're consuming 9 megawatts? Possibly? Is what the MW is? That's quite a bit. I'm worried that when we have all the machines going, it's going to overload the generator. As far as I can tell, you can't hook up, like if I wanted to hook these 2 poles up together. Could I do that? It looks like I could. So if I wanted to hook both poles into here, would they then share the load, so to speak? Possibly, let's see. 9 and 9. Okay, can I connect these 2 things together? You can't connect them both together, but I can hook them both up to that power line. Shrek, I don't know. We'll find out. I'll get this one up and going, and then I'll go check the generators and see what's going on after we have 2 of them running. Capacity 40. Aha! So I guess by linking them together, that has increased the capacity? I don't understand how the power system works. You're going to have to go easy on me in the comments. This is it's a learning experience. Oof. The smoke coming out of that thing from a distance does not look very good. I get it though. I get it. You gotta keep things running smoothly. So this is going to be making copper ingots now. Wait a minute. This isn't the copper one. This is the limestone. This thing can't process limestone. Oy. Awkward and embarrassing, yes, true, but I don't know, I've done dumber things in the past. Smeltery, pointing straight at the base. I think right there will do. I don't know why I built it so far away from back here. We're going to have to use an awful lot of conveyor belt. But there we go, that's done. And now you I want to configure to do copper. Should be fine. Now we just have to get this stuff back to the base. So if I built like a pole there, let's say, could I then run that to there? Yes, I could. Oh yeah, I might need to hook that into our power pole. There we go. So it'll start working. And then there go our bars. Look how great they look. They're going to fall off the end. I don't know if that's how that works. Certainly hope not. So the conveyor belt, I can have it go straight down like that, but doesn't that look ridiculous? Also, it's too steep. And we are going to run out of resources so fast. We are not doing too hot right now. Okay. I'm still really curious about whether or not we can potentially link these things together, have two conveyor belts merge into one, because that would be really useful for bringing it all back home. Transports up to 60 resources, moves them between... Okay, so I guess you probably can't do 2-1 because it can only move so many resources at a time, and that would slow down... Like if you had two running together and they were producing the same amount of resource, one would slow down the other. If that's the case, of course, then how does one go about getting them all into a single storage container? Because the storage container sounds like it's got many, many slots. So, I mean, how does that work? But this only produces 30 per minute, so... I don't know, maybe we could combine these into a single track? I don't know. Okay, so if we brought that one down there, and then we can... Okay, you can combine them both. Alright. Thing is, if that's going to send whatever it was with 30 a minute, and you produce also 30 per minute, then yeah. Yeah, you know what? We can link these two together. Because the conveyor belt can move 60 per minute. We will need to send iron along its own path, though, I guess, because they can't... Wait a minute, are these I don't know if these are intermingling, now that I'm looking at them. Yeah, it looks like one is taking precedent over the other. This isn't working. This isn't working at all. Dadgummit. It might be because there's a backlog, and once the backlog clears out... We'll find out. While we're over here, we might go ahead and build this thing. Since we're going to need somewhere to store all this stuff anyway, possibly just right here. Seems fine to me. There! Alright. We've done it. We've made the connection. Now we need to go back and find out if these two things are going to share this conveyor belt nicely or not. So if I manually remove this backlog... There we go. So it's starting to leave a little space in between. And now maybe when we get up here, it'll start letting through like every other one. About to find out. There's probably an upgraded thing that you can get, an upgraded conveyor belt that'll let you carry more, and I've been a fool for... No, that still isn't helping. Okay, well, you know what is the most important right now is copper. So... Copper? Copper. You wanna... There we go. Oh, it's getting stuck right there. It's not these two. It's like they're not connected. Conveyor belt pole. I've deleted the conveyor belt pole. I don't want to delete the... Am I going to lose all the... You know what? It doesn't matter at this point. No, I did pick it up. Okay. So now we want to connect you from there to here. See if we can figure out why that wasn't working. Alright, so we've got this massive container unit that can hold lots of different things. There's gotta be a way... You know what? There might be, after we do this next upgrade... What's one of our... Okay, I was hoping to look in here and be like, oh yes, here is a device that lets you combine 3 streams into one. without any problems, but it doesn't look like there is such a thing. Okay, well, after this didn't work last time, I'm obviously tempted to try it again, because I'm a glutton for punishment, I suppose. It won't even let me hook these two together, so I guess there's the answer to that question of what we're going to do next. I'm just going to have to build 2 lines running kind of side by side here. Nom 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 nom. I ran out again. This requires a lot of iron. Alright, since I can't figure out how to merge them, I will just build a second storage container. That seems to be, to me, the most perfectly reasonable thing that I can do. Can I get them like really close together though? Uncomfortably close together? Oh, I can. Good. Look at that. They're best friends. Boom, baby. Alright. 2 separate storage containers and 2 very, very long lines. Now I gotta figure out what to do with the other material that we're mining over there.